Men are subject to military conscription. They're subject to the draft. So if there's a war, men are forced to go and die and be in the trenches and get chemical.
So are women. Women can get drafted.
Women cannot get drafted. You think women can get drafted?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. But
I don't think
put me up in Vietnam. Like, I don't know.
Wow. Women were not drafted in Vietnam.
I know.
Okay, but the thing is,
men are subject to military conscription.
I mean, God, where are they going to school? Where are these women going to school? First of all, she thinks that women have been drafted, which is, you know, the dumb hurts. The dumb hurts sometimes. Brian's got the patience of a saint. He's like, can you imagine me reaction to that? Honey, what did you just say? Oh, did you go to history class ever? What were you doing with some guy in the bathroom instead of getting your history lessons? Something was going down. But Brian behaves respectfully. You got to give him credit for that. Then she says, I don't know if you caught this. Put me up in Vietnam. Put me like it's no big deal. Like it's some type of vacation. Like, oh yeah, I'll go do it. Does she not realize that men went to war for this country and came out with post-traumatic stress disorder? That they saw their friends, you know, body parts blown off in some of the worst circumstances, that they had scarring and damage, that they made enormous sacrifices in this country to go serve our nation in capacities that women were not asked to do. And she's talking about it like, oh yeah, put me up in Vietnam. Like it would be no big deal for her. Like, oh, I got it. Oh, what's the big deal? I talk about having no gratitude too. And this is what I'm saying. This is a conversation that comes up oftentimes. There's another segment where I think it's on that show. I think Brian brings it up and says, like, you know, the woman says, well, I don't need men or something. And he's like, well, actually you do, because look around and everything around you was built by man. And, you know, you think about it. Think about the things that are constructed. Think about who builds the roads, the bridges. Look at a construction site. Who do you think built your apartment building? You're sitting in an apartment building. Who do you think built your house? I mean, who do you think was working in the mines? Who do you think works on all the 99.9% of the engineering projects? Who's doing this stuff? It's not women. So, and that's fine, right? Women don't want to necessarily be involved in danger zones. Construction is a danger zone, right? Women don't necessarily want to do that. That's okay. You shouldn't be doing that, by the way. You shouldn't be doing that. But have some gratitude. Don't be like, well, I don't need a man. Really? What happens if there's a war? You're going to, women on the front lines, honey? You out to lose a war? Because that's exactly what would happen. No, suddenly, you know what would happen? Suddenly feminism would go out the window and they'd be like, well, I can't do it. It would be like damsels in distress everywhere, right? It would be like, save me. Drew Afwala would throw her feminism out the window so fast, your head would spin. If there was ever a real emergency, she'd be sitting back, waiting for that big strapping guy to come in and save the day, just like everybody else, because you know what? That makes sense, right? They're bigger, they're stronger, they're more built for the fight. They're built for wars. They build things, but show some gratitude. Show some gratitude. I just don't understand the man-hating that goes on. I mean, just look around you. The world you're looking at was built by men. You like your 15-story apartment building? Who do you think built it, honey? So it's unbelievable. People talk about war. She doesn't even know, frankly. She's probably like, Vietnam, what? Was there a war? I mean, because she's, there's not a lot going on upstairs, but that's not an excuse to be degrading. If you like the short clip and want to watch another short clip, click here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.